Hello, 4Networking.
Hello.
Thank you very much to Martin for giving me the opportunity to speak today. Really do appreciate that. This is actually one of my goals for this year, is to do more public speaking, so I'm very much ticking that off. I did my first ever public speaking gig this week as well, on Monday.
Nice one.
And this is number 2, so what a way to get started with that. So yeah, the topic for today, I want to talk about my journey from being a middle distance runner in my teens to now running my own business at 22. So it all started back when I was in school, and I used to be that kind of kid who went to every single sports club that the school did. And one day my PE teacher, Mr. Beck, who I'm very grateful for, he's been a kind of a good mentor to me when I was younger, suggested that I should go along and try the school athletics club, which was probably about the only club at the time that I wasn't going to. So I went along to the club, which happened on a Friday lunchtime, and it was run by an elderly couple, Mick and Jan. And initially I actually wanted to be a sprinter. You know, I was like, oh yeah, I'm quite quick, I think I'd be good at sprinting. But they sort of actually realised that I had quite good stamina, so they pushed me towards doing the more middle distances. So sport for me when I was at school was kind of like my escape, because I didn't really have the easiest time when I was at school. You know, a lot of the other kids I didn't really get on with, and they were a little bit mean to me. So sport was kind of like how I escaped from all of that. So at lunchtime I'd go along to the sports clubs just to kind of get away from everything and, you know, chill out, let out a bit of aggression. And yeah, so I went along to this sports club at the school, athletics, and I was pushed towards the middle distances. Eventually, after kind of getting to know Mick and Jan, they told me about this club that they ran in the summer holiday, which is called Star Track. And it's kind of a nationwide initiative that lots of athletics clubs run in the summer holidays to try and get more children into doing athletics. So I went along to that, and it was kind of an opportunity where you kind of get to try all the various different events, and then at the end you kind of pick your 3 events, so you do a run, a jump and a throw. And it's kind of here again that I sort of realised actually I'm much better at doing the middle distances. So I had quite good stamina, and I was realising that, you know, I can run quite far very quickly. And then after that, going on to Star Track, I kind of caught the bug for athletics. So I kept nagging up my mum to take me along to the local athletics club, which is in a town called Padwood. So I should add as well, I'm not actually originally from Bristol. I am from a town in Kent called Tunbridge Wells. And the club I went to was in Padwood, which is where my school was. So I nagged her, and eventually she took me along to the local club, which again was run by Mick and Jan, who were the coaches who run the club at my school. And then when I got there, they introduced me to a guy called Julian, who was in charge of the middle distance squad. And what they kind of pushed me straight away into doing my first ever event, which was the 5K fun run that my school ran at the time. So every week, twice a week on a Tuesday and a Thursday, Julian would take a group of us out for a run, which was the school's 5K fun run route, to prepare us to run in this race. Initially I was not particularly fit, so I was, you know, a bit further down the back, struggled to keep up with some of the other people who had been running a bit longer than me. But as time went on, every week I would go out with him, and he would take me out on these runs. And eventually it got to the stage where actually I started to overtake the coach, and he was having to tell me to slow down because I was going too quickly, you know. So that was kind of like my first start in athletics. So yeah, I caught the bug. I was addicted. I wanted to start going and do more events. And when summer rolled around, I went along to my first ever track meet in a place called Tunbridge. They have a private school there called Tunbridge School, and they have their own running track there. So I went along to my first ever track meet, entered into the 1500 metres, and I'm going to be honest, I finished right down the back. I was not very good. I can't remember exactly what my time was, but I think it was something like 5.5 minutes. So it wasn't slow, but I wanted to be a lot quicker than that. So after that, you know, I was kind of a bit disappointed that you know, I hadn't done too well and that I finished right down the back. So I kind of took that to heart a bit. So again, I went back to the club and I started training quite hard, and I was determined to better myself and get faster and not be the person who was down the back. And with the help of Mick and Jan and Julian, who take me out on the runs, I did get a lot better, and I started to enter more races and I got faster, and I started to spend more time running. And then I thought that maybe I should think about joining a gym as well to kind of supplement the training. But then most gyms would not accept you unless you were 16. But thankfully, a local high school near me, they would let you on. I think they accepted people as young as 14. So I went along to that gym and I met a guy there called Stuart who took me for my induction. He showed me how to use all the equipment. I mean, they wouldn't really let me use any of the weights, they only really let me use the cardio equipment and go on to the classes. But that guy Stuart is kind of one of the people who I would say has kind of pushed me towards the career path that I do now. So he would teach me, because he was also a runner himself, he would teach me about the kind of training that I needed to be doing to be getting faster and building my stamina up. So I'm very grateful for him, because he's kind of one of the people I think that kind of first got me to start thinking about fitness as a career, because I saw him as a little bit of a role model. At this time as well, I was starting to think about what I wanted to do for a career, and I knew that either coaching or something to do with coaching was what I wanted to do. So my club, my athletics club, actually paid for me to go and do what was called I think back then it was called the athletics leader. So I could then start coaching the junior athletes within the club. My mum also came on the course as well, because she was getting so involved with athletics now, because it's taking me around to various different races and taking me to training each week, that she thought, well, I may as well come on the course as well. So me and my mum went on this course. I believe it was in Essex that we had to go to do the course. And I qualified as a coach. So then from there, once a week, instead of doing 2 training sessions, I would help out the junior athletes. And then the Star Track Athletics camp that I used to be part of as an athlete, I came along to help out as a coach. So I had like a team of kids that I was responsible for and taking them through the different events and kind of helping them choose what path they'd like to go down. The opportunity as well, because I was kind of coming up to near GCSEs, we had to do work experience. So I went along and did 2 placements. So I went along and kind of worked with a football coaching company called First Class Football. So I would shadow their coach and kind of go along to the different schools and to different clubs, and I've worked with children of different ages. And it was around about then that I was kind of thinking, yeah, I actually quite like this coaching thing, I want to do something like this. My second placement was in a local leisure centre. I didn't really enjoy the placement that I was doing there, but the bits I did enjoy about that placement was when they got me to go in the gym. So I kind of realised that, this is the sort of thing I want to do. I either want to be a coach or I want to, work in a gym. And I was actually talking to a personal trainer there, and he said, do you know what, I think you're someone who would make a good personal trainer. I think that's something that you would enjoy doing. And I was kind of thinking, yeah, actually I like the sound of that. So after completing my GCSEs with all the kind of tough stuff that had been going on at school, bullying, everything like that, it was then time to decide what I wanted to do for A-level, and I decided to go to a completely different school for a fresh start. Study a BTEC in sports science and business. Now, I wish I'd paid a lot more attention to business studies when I was studying that, because maybe I might have more of a clue how to run a business, but back then I was sort of thinking, I'm never going to run a business, this is something that's not really relevant to me. How wrong I was. So, it was kind of then as well that they start to, they get you to think about what you want to do once you've kind of finished that. We had a few kind of lessons as part of sport and sports science where we were learning about exercise, and they were getting us to do gym workouts and things. I was thinking, actually, this is kind of what I'd really like to do, This is something that I think I want to do for my job. I was kind of looking at courses, going around, looking at courses online, and that was when I discovered that the University of Bath did a degree in health and fitness. So I thought, that's the kind of course I want to do. I did look at a couple of other universities that had similar courses, but it was actually after I went to the open day at Bath, I was like, this is where I want to go and study. So I applied for the course. Thankfully with this course I didn't have to do an interview or anything. And I got offered a conditional place. On the condition that, because I was doing a BTEC, I would get a merit in sport and sports science. They didn't care about business. So from that point on I was like, well, University of Bath doesn't want to know about business. I don't care about business. I wish I didn't have that attitude. I wish I paid a lot more attention. So I managed to pass. I get a merit in sport and a distinction in sports science. And business I did pass with a merit as well. So it wasn't like I didn't put any effort into it. I just thought, not going to bother trying for anything higher than that because they don't really care. And then I got my place. I got my place at the University of Bath. I was really happy. I was going to study what I wanted to do for my future career. So I moved to Bath in 2012. I'm living in Oldfield Park, which is where most of the students in Bath live. And I studied there for 2 years. So my course was a 2-year course, but you had the option of doing a 3rd year. So you still got a degree after 2 years, but if you wanted it to be a slightly higher level degree, you had to stay on and do a 3rd year. After 2 years of studying, I was thinking, do you know what, I've had enough of studying, I just kind of want to get out and work. And as part of this course, it involved doing the level 2 fitness instructor, which is kind of one below personal trainer. And then you had the option as well, if you wanted to also qualify as a personal trainer. So I was doing the course, and it was basically over weekends, so over a few weekends, over the course of about, I think it was something like 6 or 7 or 8 weeks, I can't remember exactly how long it was. I would go up to the University of Bath, and I would study to be a personal trainer. I passed pretty much everything, the practical exams, the nutrition exams, everything else, but there was just this one exam that was holding me back from passing, and that was the anatomy exam, because they had this rule that to pass, you had to get 70% right. And each time I would be close to 70%, but not quite there. And they were that strict that even if you're like 1 mark away from 70%, no, sorry, you've got to come and retake it. So it actually took me 4 times to pass that exam. And that was the one exam that was stopping me from doing what I wanted to do, which was to be a personal trainer. So alongside studying this, I was actually working and doing work experience at the gym that I'm based at now. And I was just getting really frustrated that I just couldn't pass this exam. So I just went away and I studied hard. I watched lots of videos on anatomy, and I came back and I passed it. I nailed it. I was so happy. It only took me 4 times, but 4th time lucky. So I went straight in to the manager at the gym, which is the gym that I work at now, and I was like, I passed. Can I have the job, please? And he did kind of joke around with me a bit like, no, I don't want you here, but then they did eventually give me a job. So I've done it. I qualified as a trainer and I managed to get my first job. However, I will admit that kind of first year of business, I didn't really have a clue what I was doing or how to run a business. So I was like, oh yeah, I know that you need to do Facebook and stuff. I'll just put out a load of content. Didn't really know like how to do sales or anything like that, or how to market myself properly. I just kind of went from different marketing technique to other bit. And it was only actually when I started to read more business books and talk to other successful personal trainers that kind of in this 2nd year of business that I've learned how to actually run a business. So, I mean, it has kind of been a long journey, but I'm really happy with the career path that I've chosen. I'm really happy doing what I do. I love what I do. I get to help so many people. And again, thank you very much for listening to my story. If anyone's got any questions about anything, I'll
how old are you now?
Answer. 22. Yeah, 22.
Story of my life, 22.
Yeah. Any questions?
Have you ever been back to see these bullies?
Do you know, it's funny, when a lot of them see all the stuff I'm doing like with my business now, they will try and get back in contact with me and stuff because they're seeing that I'm actually doing something now. But no, I don't really. I just try not to talk to them. I'm like,
I thought you might hit them then.
No, I'm just like,
running, you
didn't want anything to do with me in school, so what makes you think that I'd want to talk to you now?
Rise above it.
Yeah.
Then just a dish best served cold.
Exactly.
So it was success.
Yeah.
Be successful. It's the best way.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
So what's your goal now? What's the next thing?
The goal now is to have my own gym. That's the ultimate goal. Yeah.
By how long? 23?
Well, yeah, that would be good, but sadly I'm 23 in June, so that would be some kind of miracle would have to happen, I think.
Have you set a target?
I think if I could be at by 25 maybe, if I can have my own gym by then, but obviously I'd like that sooner. Yeah.
Can we start putting a minimum age on people doing 4? It's like 2 1/4 of him makes me.
Do you know, I hear
When you said 22, like,
I hear a lot from people about that. Like, something I hear from people is like, I've got socks that are older than you, or I've got jumpers that are older than that.
good luck to you.
Yeah.
I've got one question.
Yes.
If you were going to give a time-starved, self-employed person one thing that they could do to just get more physical or just improve their fitness, what could be a bit more active? What kind of recommendations could you make?
I would say the main thing is like look at times when you're not really doing anything. So like if people say, "Oh, I didn't have time to exercise," what about your commute into the office? Or when you do a lunch break, do you just sit at your desk and work? You could actually use that hour that you get for your lunch break to, especially if it's nice weather like this, go out for a walk, do something active.
Yeah.
Is that pretty
Thank you.
good?
Thank you very much.